Hey guys, it's Aries. Today we are doing a pick-a-pile reading for the full moon in Gemini. It is the cold moon, December 7th. It is the last full moon of this year, and as the cold moon, this is all about staying warm through the cold. It's all about embracing inner work and inner connection while we hibernate through the season. With everything happening, a lot of shifts are happening, a lot of collective awakenings are aligning to their proper timelines, and through this cold, it's going to be a decisive season shift into the prosperity and blessings and curse breakings we're going to be coming upon in 2023. I found this time to be significantly propelling to dive into with higher self messages with these pick-a-piles because with the veil being a lot thinner in this season, especially as we progress through the years. Every year we meet this season, the veil will become thinner and thinner and thinner, and we truly are, as a species, evolving into what it is to truly know ourselves, to truly know our consciousness, to truly know our planning, being in co-creation with multidimensionality, excelling through higher learning and understanding of metaphysics, of quantum mechanics, truly seeing past the aspects of physical science. A lot of things have happened this last year that have unveiled the truths behind divinity, the truths behind ulterior motives within religion, within the government, within, how the ecosystem of this society is functioning, and truly coming into self-realization of self-sustainment, independency, and blossoming things out of that independence, coming together as community. Right now, we are really preparing and learning and absorbing ourselves into all the things we can do now that will propel us with this coming season. Okay, so before we get into the piles, I'm going to do a general reading. We're going to kind of check out the information we have to look forward for moving forward with the full moon, the cold moon, December 7th, and transitioning through the cold season. Kind of understanding what these piles consist of. These are going to be higher self messages, and what we can do to integrate ourselves into deeper learning and a more of a slingshot effect into the spring. So, the first two cards we have here, we have Keter, the Crown, Spirituality. And then we have Laliel, Angel of Night. This is a representation of Angel Layla. So we have the Crown, Spirituality, and Layla. Then we have the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. And then we have Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And then in tarot, We have 6 of coins in reverse. And then we have 4 of wands. And then we have 3 of wands. And the Page of Cups. Okay. So, with the Crown Spirituality in the Angelarium deck, I very much see this. I actually have a Crown frequency transmission playing. But this is a really good time to integrate new information through our crowns. Make sure our crowns are open. I know as we transitioned into this winter, that's when the veil between ourselves and the other side gets a lot thinner. We're able to gain a lot more information, learn a lot more, receive more downloads, be better in co-creative experience, in honoring and doing altar work, doing higher learning, studying, meditating, all of that stuff. The season is definitely a time to grasp onto what you can while we are in the cold, in the frozen inside, and allowing ourselves to be in a space of higher learning. Angel Layla, Angel of Night, I also saw this as a representation of higher self. This is a higher self message. Angel Layla also corresponds to my own higher self, and so doing maybe more deity work and understanding the parts of yourself that relate to the deities, the ascended masters, different gods, goddesses of different cultures, doing more work in understanding the personifications of certain archetypes of evolved human or being of godhood. Do more studying and learning with that. Finding what resonates with yourself. Being more familiar with the densities of traits that we can actually evolve into as the human species, especially in this modern world. With the Holy Spirit, expect miracles, and the Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. You are literally leaning into a new aspect of human biological evolution. We are, especially this next year, going to transition into a lot deeper sensitivity to extrasensory ability, deepening soul consciousness, understanding a lot more of how this world and realm works. We have done so much work this last year of unfolding that and unveiling that, understanding the truth of the human potential. And so this is a time where our soul is integrating into deeper densities or higher dimensions, vice versa, integrating and initiating into deeper densities so that way we can move forward in biological evolution with the natural world. With this crown, Keter's crown spirituality, with all of the downloads that are really coming in through this time, this is a really good time to be intentional about your own intention of work that you do, especially with spirit, if you're working with nature or anything like that. Being more receptive and available with the 6 of coins in reverse underneath this crown spirituality. I very much saw that as like allowing yourself to give space to more spiritual work, more intuitive navigation, intentional co-creation, intentional questioning, making sure that if you do have spirits or are looking for answers, that you seek within the spiritual realm, or seek with spirit or your guides or your higher self or in your heart space for that information. Being more available to that exchange, because yes, that ultimately everything is going to propel and be for you, right? There's going to come a lot of gain with working with spirit. It's also going to give permission to spirit to be able to be in co-creation with you. I think that's something that not a lot of people are aware of, is how consensual working with etheric consciousnesses, in whichever realm or variety you are working with, angelic, ancestral, animals, plants, fairies, whatever it is. But this is being more available, being more receptive to the work and the opportunity of communication and strength you have ready at your hands, and taking action on that. With this Four of Wands under this Leliel, higher self energy, this is very much, I see it too as like choosing to come into the room with that side of yourself and being in co-creation with it. Being more receptive to consciously working with your higher self. Allowing yourself also to move into spaces and rooms where your energy, your soul, your consciousness, your strength, your everything about who you are is accepted, alongside also accepting other energies in, a fine exchanged fashion. Allowing yourself to be presented with other kindreds to do things that you are driving through your expression, to be seen for your expression, to be seen for your ability, either if you have like psychic abilities, if you are into manifesting, if you are a light worker, any sort of spiritual worker, if you are an artist, if you are a painter, a sculptor, a musician, a poet, anything like that, the artistry of what it is to express, and also be open for the art of interpretation, being receptive and available in at least being in the now moment, self-presence, to find your art of interpretation more, to dive more so into how interpretation, being able to interpret something and perceive something and find clarity, 11:11 on the clock, to gain foresight, but to also use those things as tools for forward integrations, initiations, transitions, being receptive to that. I kind of had something I was saying, it flew away. But oh yeah, being present, allowing yourself to be present enough to be receptive to receiving, to See how everything that you're able to perceive or receive information on is your art of interpretation. And so you are actually giving more time to your awareness to divinate from things, to interpret, to understand. Also know what the word divination means. Being able to see something deeper based off of one singular little thing. Giving life to a concept, or seeing the navigation, and not necessarily in judgment or over analysis, but using that to explore your mind of how intuitive you are. More so, do that in your life. Do that, especially through this cold season. It's a great time to take some more time to doing that. Spend more time in solitude. With the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. With this Holy Spirit card and this Three of Wands, that kind of follows, the last cards kind of follow very much into the aspects of, one, being patient with yourself and being available to the present moment, to receiving. But it's also about allowing yourself to use that skill of mastering your present moment to create a game plan, an action plan. If you're moving forward and you have this goal that you are reaching, it's the winter time, say this is a long-term goal, now is a really good time to solidify your intentions, to solidify your plans, your steps, and how you're going to get there. Start planning now for this next year, so that way you can step forward into that path with it, at least intentionally laid out for you. Allowing yourself the chance to take that action. I know when it's cold and everything's frozen, the sun sets a lot earlier, everything seems a lot darker and colder. I mean, this is the cold full moon. We tend to stagnate our ability of taking action, right? We slow down a little bit, and this is definitely the time to choose to be open and available and choosing yourself and making a plan and being in co-creation with yourself, your passions, what you want to do, but also your team, your guides, learning and picking up the keys you need for your 3D life from your guides, your ancestors, the angelic realm. They will help you get to where you need to go, and spend this time in a sense as like a familial bond. Give the space to yourself and all of your energies that you love to be as one, to be in co-creation, to be bonded, to be in this union, this Four of Wands. Allow, with the soul expansion, the Mahavatar Babaji soul expansion, your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. With this card and the Page of Cups below it, I see with this action planning, right, with this strategizing, with this patience, being available, like we said, being available for yourself and for the patience you need while your soul is expanding through this time. Being available for the people around you that might need your assistance or your help, or, you know, a little extra love through this holiday season. Choosing to be a blessing for the world around you, being the blessing that you are. Allowing yourself to be more caring and gentle and empathic and understanding and receptible to your availability you have for yourself and for the world around you, the people you care about. I also saw this as a transition out of or through a process of cutting ties with soul ties that do not give the healthy reciprocity, and being in a state of manifesting into the transition of that healthy connection. This could be for family, this could be ancestral curses, this could be for relationships, this could be for friendships, this could be for work, a creative endeavor, whatever it is. This is all centered around breaking the ideologies of unequal give and take, to step into a space where that opportunity can be shared proudly, equally, with love, with care and compassion, action-packed, forward-moving, empathic, co-creative exchange with all that, whichever is for the scenario that this plays into. This is all such a beautiful time of transition, and this aligns so lovely with the times. And I'm really excited to go into the piles and see what we have. I know that there's going to be some breakings of generational curses, a lot of healing, a lot of being proud of the evolution that you have made and what we can expect through this transition. Thanks for being here, and let's get into these piles. Alright, pile number 1, we have the pine cone. Pile number 1, this is your reading for December 7th, the full moon in Gemini, the cold moon. Higher self message in this reading is very fascinating. You are in a season of transformation, the beginning of a new shift in the way you proceed through your reality, through your life. There has been a lot of things that you have had to face this year in order to get where you are now. And it's putting you exactly where you need to be. So getting into it, the first card we had here is Israfel, Angel of Song. Israfel is all about blowing the horn, sounding the call to the end of times. In this context, this is of a situation in your life. Had, left leg, submission. Then we have Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe, angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. This correlates very strongly and well with the intro reading of these piles. allowing yourself to embrace divine protection, safety, and miraculous shifting. We have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Lady Portia. And then we have in Tarot, Five of Swords. Then we have Judgment in the reverse. Then we have in another deck the Eight of Coins, Three of Wands in reverse, Six of Swords, and the Moon. So, getting straightforward into it, I want to say to start, Archangel Michael here, trusting heaven. You are safe, angels stand close, surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. As a higher self-guided message, I want to say, pile number one, there's something about your higher self that is associated with Archangel Michael here. You want to spend some time doing more conscious work with Archangel Michael, whether that be in meditation, whether that be through divination, whether that be, before you go to bed, call in Archangel Michael to assist you with releasing any kind of negative energy, any sort of intention that is placed upon you from outside influences that don't serve you. I saw 333 when I said that. Allowing yourself to be in armor, allow yourself to be in that shield of protection, allow yourself to be in that safe space, in that clean, safe space of your house, of your being. Lady Portia, Divine Order, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. There's a lot of divine order that is occurring in your life right now. There is a lot of spiritual movement and transitioning, transforming, transmuting, and your guides have kind of taken some sort of action upon your life and your situations, your path where you're heading, and calling divine order over your experience. This is a very good thing. This is a very good thing. Israfel here, Angel of Song, this sounding call to end of times of whatever you may be experiencing right now. And Hod, left leg submission, I see that as submitting yourself to a transition that you may have been hesitating on previously. This year alone, you have gone through so many different things, and you may have feel as if you've worked so hard and done so many outlets and facets of a project or something that you're building or growing or expanding in. You may have feel as if you have done a lot of work and it's not quite paying off for you. In your situation, this reading pertains energies that have created ulterior motives, that have kind of put delays upon our pathway, and finally coming to the realization of what needs to be done in order to fully transition and move into a divinely guided experience, pathway, life, what you're truly passionate about and want to step into, lean into, experience, and bring out of you an expression for the world. Truly leaning into your power and your purpose. So in tarot, with this Five of Swords and this Judgment in reverse, I see this as there was a false victory that was... Someone's walking away with a victory that they had made out of false intention. That prevented you from a shift of your spiritual awakening, judgment in reverse. You have truly fought to break out of the shackles of the judgment of the world around you, I think. Listening to the false judgment, allowing yourself to be guided by the false judgment, allowing yourself to finally now see where that blow of the horn, that call to the end needs to really happen. That trigger needs to be pulled on your path, because this has become stagnation, this has become deceit, this has become immobilizing, and you're recognizing that now. It's been a really long time coming, and you have evolved so much through your ability to recognize your worth, how valuable you are, and your qualities and what you bring to the table, what your craft is, what you allow yourself to express from your authentic truth. Your ideologies, your theories, your understanding, your perception is one of a high order, divine order, okay? And it's very wise, and you might be experiencing the 3D world, or people who are more connected to that 3D lifestyle holding you back from leaning into ultimate judgment, ultimate awakening. Judgment is a very good card, and this comes with a shedding of the skin, leaning into a new awakening into this like golden divine light, right? Yeah, you might feel as if like you have worked really hard. Okay, so Eight of Swords, sorry, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Coins. You have worked really hard for something. This year you have put in a lot of effort, and there may have been a turning point to this work coming to this point of Three of Wands in reverse. Feeling as if it wasn't recognized, feeling as if it wasn't, you know, this like false victory kind of created this almost like failed outcome of your hard work. Or there may be this need to retreat for the lack of your work being seen properly, for the value and your quality being respected and celebrated, you know. I feel that's the hard thing, is transitioning from the 3D world, the 3D lifestyle, into this, you know, spiritual or self-explorative, self-mastery path, whatever you wish to call it. That's what can be really hard, is that transition. And, you know, kind of seeing where we finally have to shed and purge and release and move on, beyond the things that define limitation upon us, if that makes sense. We have the Six of Swords and then the Moon. So with this deception that has happened, something that has prevented you, you feel possibly as if you should be a lot further than you are, or possibly that you should have seen this. I feel like there might be chances that you may feel this Five of Swords, this like deceitful energy. You're taking on the baggage of holding yourself responsible. And right, that is all about choice. And we do choose to have certain people in our lives. We choose to, do everything it is that we do. And ultimately, yes, we do make our own decisions. But there is a lot of this energy that wasn't your fault. There's a lot of this energy that was actually trying to redirect you, to steer you. Redirect you, re-steer you into a realm where this like awakening or this change of lifestyle, transition, whatever didn't happen. Holding you in a space of comfortability. You thought you could work hard through this, but you're realizing now where it's not holding the effect that you wish that it had. And so you're allowing yourself to finally shed that skin that holds you back, whether that be actual skin. This could be unhealthy habitual things. This could be individuals in your life that don't serve your highest good, that don't serve your path well. This could be qualities and traits within a type of investment. This could be certain ways you go about working on your craft. But ultimately, with the deception that's here and the sudden change that's happening, you have this divine order that is asking you to submit yourself to this shifting ending and to trust the divine, and knowing that Six of Swords, they are sailing you into a space of clarity. They're sailing you out of the situation. They are guiding you into, the moon. But I also see, so with this moon, sometimes the moon can come with deception, right? This moon is in context of illumination. There's a movie called Legends of the Guardians, okay? In the beginning of the movie, there is the deity personification of Jack Frost, and he awakens into his role as an ascended master for the earth by looking into this moon. He comes out of this frozen lake. From the bottom of the lake, he floats up, and the first thing he sees is this moon. This is the intuitive mother. This is the nurturing energy, the light of the darkness, the guidance. You are being, as I said, divinely guided now, choosing yourself into this light of truth. Things are illuminating. The truth is illuminating. This truth that's illuminating is going to come with things that might not be the easiest to obtain. This is going to come with a lot of healing. But this illumination of this truth is also going to lead you to ultimately your fulfillment, ultimately the open doors through the hallway that may have had locked doors previously. Choosing to know the value behind your work, embracing the value behind your work despite the times your work may not have been valued previously, especially by the wrong crowd, these, honestly, I see it as like this Five of Swords, this like false victory. Like, you might be involved with people who are kind of doing the same thing, right? But they don't have the soul, you know, behind it like you. People who are maybe more successful with less intention or false intention behind their work, right? You're finally embracing, allowing yourself to awaken to that moon, like Jack Frost coming out of that frozen lake, coming into awakening to understand what his purpose is. You're finally seeing the moon. You're finally recognizing the power behind this moon. The power behind the light and the darkness. Say you walk into a dark space and, you know, there's this tiny little light way over there that's kind of creepy to get to, a little rocky, you're not quite sure you know where you're going or what you can see, whatever. You're trying to get to this light. And you finally get to the light, you choose to actually seek after the light, and it holds, it's like this like bright glowing golden key. All of a sudden you have doors unlocking because you have gained something and worked for something to seek for something that holds value. Do that with your work. Spend more time being grateful for the quality and value that you put into your efforts. Allowing yourself, like I said, like you have qualities of Archangel Michael in your higher self. Allow yourself to see the strength and honor behind your duty for the work you do and your existence. You are safe, angels stand close. Surrender concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Archangel Michael is a very significant archangel, right? He is ultimately one of the leaders of the archangels, and he holds that leadership for a reason. He's earned that, and you have earned your work paying off. You have earned your outcome of prosperity and abundance. And so now that you're finally choosing yourself, you are evolving into the pathway that will lead you to that. You might not see exactly where you're going at first, right? That, you know, that realm might be a little dark till you can get to that little golden key, but you are working your way through, and those waters that may have been muddied previously are now starting to clear. I'm going to pull a couple more tarot cards so that way we can see what to expect further for you if you decide to truly embrace this transition and this awakening and move forward and follow divine guidance. Where shall you be propelled into? So far we have Strength and the Ten of Swords. So I see this as you're going to hold a lot of strength over destruction. You are going to hold a lot of power over changing occurrence of destruction. You are leading into That's funny. This is kind of like a lion slash crocodile, alligator, whatever thing. You're really leading into all of this experience has literally shown you how strong you are. Everything that you have gone through has shown you why you haven't given up yet, just how much more you have in you, how honestly, like, I feel like this was a burden on you, right? But I feel like this is something that you also are shedding quite easily. Your strength behind your growth and your healing is exceptional. You know how to, this destruction, right? This ten of swords here. You know how to bring power to the chaos through healing. You change the outcome with the amount of strength you have. You, Page of Wands and the Emperor. As a leader, you fuel through passion with strength. You allow yourself to be able to be passionate with your strength. You allow your strength to be passion. You don't need this harsh, egotistical hand to be victorious. You are victorious through embracing the passionate energy that you hold by your expression, by celebrating, by being courageously celebrational in a way, your spirit. With the Emperor, this is very much like a passionate leader, a passionate emperor, an authoritative, masculine, like dominant role, right? A leader. But this doesn't necessarily mean that you are out for domination. You're not out for this. This is domination. This is, Five of Swords is like false domination. You're not out to destruct or destroy anything. You're out to reignite passion. You lead by example through all of your work. To Knight of Wands, this was in reverse. To take passionate action, courageous action, to be a knight, to fight, to do what you need to do in order for things to timely align into place, for yourself, for your community, for your passions. You're a go-getter. You make sure that things align where they need to. But you have like this very passionate, very strong drive to pursue what you are determined to pursue. That was a lot. Apologies. You're headstrong when it comes to doing what you need to do. And with this Knight of Wands and this Eight of Cups, I see this as a very refreshing transition for you away from previous energies, because you have like this is about being, very direct in your decision. You're very decisive about moving away from these cups that might hold poison, or might hold whatever. You've chosen not to drink with the individuals with these cups. You've chosen to take a journey to go find a pure, pure water, a clean water well, and that journey might not always be pretty, but that's a lot healthier for you. You're really doing a lot here. You are transitioning tremendously. You're doing it with grace. Six of Wands. Yeah, you are very graceful in your ability of doing what is right for yourself, defending what is right, leading with passion, also doing a lot of work of giving care to your community while you do it. When it comes to leadership, you find it very important to be a good leader, and you aren't gonna let your team down. Yeah. Thank you very much, pile number one. I hope this resonated with you. If you are open to checking out the other piles, you are more welcome to do so. But I hope that this was validating for this full moon reading, and I'm proud of you for choosing yourself. Have a good day. Okay, pile number two, this is your reading for the full moon in Gemini on December 7th. It is the cold moon. You picked this silver flower medallion, and I just want to say, getting into your reading, it is very refreshing. You are so divinely protected, and you have thoroughly come into a good standpoint of your self-mastery journey. You really are coming into your self-discipline, of your mastery, of your journey, of your learning, of your ascension, of everything that it is that you are doing. You are evolving into a very mastered phase of your learning. Lots of tests are coming, I'm sure. You are going through a lot of purging, transitioning, of course. At this point, you're very fluent in knowing how to transition, timeline shift, fortifying your protective shield, ancestral shielding, ancestral protection, being in co-creation with your spiritual team. All of that, you've really learned how to practice and be in practice of doing this. Going into this message, there's a lot going on here. Going into this message, the first cards we have here is Kushiel, Angel of Punishment. And then we have Eastabas, Angel of Divination. And then we have Radha, which is Soul Flame. Radha is Rediscover a Lost Part of Yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Melchizedek, Higher Learning. You have learned from experience. More study is now required to further progress. Melchizedek. In Tarot, we have the Emperor and the Four of Swords. And then we have another deck, Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords in reverse, Ten of Cups, and the Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, so like I was saying, you are divinely protected. You are currently in a phase where you have moved away from some troubling waters. Of course, this comes with going through your ascension journey, leaning into your spiritual pathways. You have fully chosen to move away and transition into a space, an energy, a realm that is more suitable to healthily excelling through your journey. Clear waters, you have chosen clarity, you have chosen truth, you have chosen reciprocity, co-creation, respect, equal exchange. Being that you have moved away, you have chosen to put the hatchet down past some energies in order to fully transition into this new blossoming state for yourself. With moving away has come with change for you. Of course, that doesn't always mean that those changes evolve as you evolve in certain ways. Being that you have now moved away has caused some conflict with energies that you have moved away from. This doesn't matter at this point in your journey. You're aware of this. You expected this, and you are divinely protected. You have set very clear boundaries in your protective energy. You have also held so much intention behind what you find sacred, what you choose to honor, yada yada, etc., etc. Spirit has very much high respect for you for doing this, and this also comes with why you are so divinely protected. You put importance into your work. You hold a lot of care and respect and honor behind what you choose to involve yourself in. When you do it, you choose to do it the right way, you choose to do it thoroughly, and you choose to do it honestly. Some people might be mad that you are good at that. You know, that's okay. You're moving on your path, and you've decided to not let those things affect you any longer. Spirit right now is also encouraging you to use your divinatory meaning. Divinatory means more. 611 on the recorder. Lean into divination more. You might be really good at deflecting and transmuting negativity for others through using divination for other people. Being the eyes of that, kind of being like a judge, a lawyer, you kind of are that nature. There is the Emperor and the Four of Swords. These two together give me several different backgrounds. You have such a way of proceeding defense and leadership and action towards protection and towards soft landing for others, towards protecting others, towards defending the truth, defending divinity. With this Four of Swords, I saw it as I honestly see this as a divine feminine energy came. This doesn't have to be that. This could also be divine masculine. I see it more of a divine feminine nature, with the outcome and how things are transforming. This is a very nurturing energy. You may have been tied in a masculine energy out of survival instinct as a divine feminine. You may have had this past of having to like sleep with this sword, right? To be this protector, to be this energy that knows how to defend, deflect, lead, see, like have higher sight, all of the above. Like you needed to in order to survive a lot of the things that you've experienced in life. You have picked up these tendencies out of situations you've needed to survive through, and you're also very good at helping other people survive and get by or find solutions, etc. But right now, you're transitioning past the need to really be in your masculine energy and need to sleep with a sword. You have evolved past that and are now finding comfort and safety in being in Ten of Cups. You know, this like fulfilling energy of yourself, being in your prosperity, being in your abundance. If you are a divine feminine, being in your nurturing, intuitive, loving energy. Your higher self, this is a higher self message, of course, but this also is a little bit of team, like spiritual team energy came through as well. Your higher self wants you to know that there is also a masculine energy in your team. This might be a passed on loved one. This might be a guardian angel. This might be someone in the physical who is protecting you. This might be an energy of your team. This might be your divine masculine. This might be different facets. I feel like you'll be able to interpret which one it is. There's this masculine energy in your protection with Kushiel Angel of Punishment. Above that, it was like this defense. There is a masculine energy in defense for you that is protecting you, watching out for you, and might be in your energy a lot. You might be able to feel them often. But they're really protecting you and are asking you now to rest, are asking you now to retreat, to be in sanctuary, solitude in your space while things get handled accordingly. Like I said, you've transitioned, and there has possibly been, in this reading, there's been a slight eruption of energies trying to come back for you to cause your path a little bit of turmoil. That's being deflected completely at this point. So right now, you are being called to focus on retreating, being in sanctuary, self-love, self-care, tending to yourself, being in your own needs, treating to your loyalty and your royalty and your heart, and growing, and keep doing what you're doing, climbing that ascension ladder with grace and encouraging outwards, expressing, using your voice, and also allowing yourself to embrace the type of energies that are coming into your life now. So with the other tarot deck, we have the Nine of Coins, right? Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Swords in reverse. So this is kind of explaining into that energy of this party, however many individuals or energies might be in that group, right? You're finally allowing yourself to embrace your prosperity, lean into the fruits of your labor, leaning into harvest. You get to enjoy that now. You get to enjoy your harvest. And with the Five of Swords in reverse, deception is being unveiled. Truth is coming to light. You are walking away from deceitful energies, and this no longer has that sort of effect over you. Honestly, like, I possibly see it too as like maybe there may have been something that may have triggered you, or something that you saw or experienced that had the opportunity to trigger you, and instead of choosing to react or respond, you kind of just removed yourself. This no longer has the same effect on you as it used to. the conflict of others that is displayed to you. Divine intervention and time tells all truths when it comes to certain situations. Disclosure will unveil what truly matters. And you have decided that these things don't matter anymore. You see it as such like a surface level thing. You have truly embraced your prosperity and the knowledge behind how important and serious and validating and prosperous it is to manifest and work hard for it and do it the right way and come to healthy fruits of your labor, like genuinely healthy fruit. And you don't care to get wrapped up in all of the deceitful energies anymore, the false victories, the, you know, you're so beyond done with it that this is kind of just deflecting off of your path. But Spirit does want you to be aware of it, because this does also come with, of course, some movement and decision making and acceptance on your end, forgiveness, but ultimately you have really learned how to do all of those things. 10 of Cups and the 5 of Cups in reverse is basically saying the same thing. You are coming into, sure, prosperity with this Knight of Coins, but this is also about union. This is about soul family. This is about, you know, like we were kind of talking, I think that was in the other reading, but like purified waters. You're really now choosing to serve yourself with healthy fluids with other individuals. People who find a similar fancy in drinking that same type of healthy fluid. Indulging into things together as a community in a healthy manner with individuals who deserve to be there as well. You are evolving, and with your evolution will come law of attraction, bringing in the right people that truly can sit with you, and it be equal, you know. The ecosystem of things, allowing those things to thrive. And I want you to know that through this time, as you have really dedicated yourself and disciplined yourself into your path, into this higher learning, and into knowing what it is you want, what you deserve, what you desire, what you want to pursue in out of life. You're disclosing to yourself the resources that you need, the resources that you have, the you know, allowing yourself to expand socially, bringing in this like soul family energy, networking and coming together in fulfillment. You are leaning into really this next year physically shifting plane, like literal, like physical plane, moving. You might be moving, traveling, etc., but you're really shifting into this energy of soul family, of constructing something together. As a whole, this 10 of Cups energy has seen the 5 of Cups, right? This like chaotic destruction, but this is now in the past. This is officially over. This masculine again is like encouraging you to now relax and to breathe and to lean into your prosperity more. Retreat, this retreatful energy, don't do it to hide or protect yourself like this hedgehog is doing. Do it to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Dig deeper, allow yourself to enjoy, and then get the ball going again with a, you know, new venture of higher learning with this Melchizedek. More inner study is now required to further progress. You know your way around this path pretty well at this point. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards because this was generally pretty smooth. This cold season, I think, isn't phasing you in the depths that it may have previously. You have learned to embrace the shadows and the lights and the seasons and the transitions and the shift of the human body as the shifts of the season occur, and learning how to be in flow state, which is really cool. Okay, there's definitely a masculine energy in this, right? Okay. This is super interesting. Okay, so lots of masculine, dang. Okay. Wow. There is a very beautiful union coming into play for you. I'm not gonna tell you. You have to distinguish that for yourself, but this is very beautiful. You already know. This has explained so much to you already. You're very intuitive. This masculine energy, I guess is part of the message that wants to come through, is this masculine energy wants to deliver a message. With the King of Swords in reverse, I instantly got the reminder of this retreat, right? This masculine wants you to know, like, put the masculine role down. You do a great job as a leader, but you need to surrender to your role as the divine feminine that you are. 2112. And allow this energy, yeah, literally, King of Swords in reverse and the Empress, like, surrender the need to be in control and all of that. Surrender that. You sit there and be your Empress self, alright? You surrender control, let things move and do as they're working. You know how to do that. Allow yourself to embrace your Empress. Retreat, go in there, embrace and just, like, exist in your prosperity at this point. Be the Empress that you are. That includes continuing to do the work that you do for yourself, for your community. If you do collective healings, if you do, collective work, continue moving forward, flowing, and being in your creative Empress, creator self, and allow things to change. Masculine energy wants you to embrace your Empress, because there has been this change of understanding behind work paying off in certain ways. Efforts that were made, a lot of change has happened, and this Emperor wants to be your Emperor, your Empress. 5 of Wands in reverse, the conflict is over. Alright, pile number 2, that was beautiful. I hope this was validating for you. I hope you have a fabulous full moon. Be your Empress self, surrender that control, allow things to work. Be grateful for this protective nature that you have, and think about what you want to learn about next. Have a good day. Okay, pile number 3, you picked the evil eye here. This is your reading for the cold moon, the full moon in Gemini, December 7th. So, getting into this reading for you, this is really cool. You are learning the value behind honesty and behind really making sure you are intentional and decisive about what you want life to look like, where you want to go, who you want to be with, who you want to share it with, everything of what you would like to do. You have been unveiled to some truths, and so we have Funwell, Angel of Truth here, Kay. And then we have Dumas, Angel of Dreams. And with these two cards here, this is really telling me that you have found value in truth, but you have also found where you can start exploring your dream realm. You initiating into seeing value behind truth and honesty and clarity and realism has allowed the doors to open for you to start gaining divine guidance and precognition type visions and downloads and understanding, divine guidance through your dreams. You are very intuitive. You are leaning into your intuitive sides. You are allowing yourself to finally be open to working with spirit, working with your spiritual team, exploring the spiritual world. You are really allowing yourself to embrace what it is to let Nine of Pentacles, let spirit work in your favor, bring you prosperity, surrender control to the universe, to doing all of this collecting and moving and exchanging and shifting for you while you surrender and allow yourself to rest, while divine intervention comes into play, while truths get unveiled, seeing things with clarity. You have found trust. This Five of Wands here. Maybe this is a beaver. Maybe something happened around the beaver moon. That was the last full moon. That has transitioned some things into bringing up a lot of clarity. This Five of Wands is, see it as this beaver is off making his dam. He's working on his dam, he's building and really dedicating himself to having this foundation, this structure, this foundations, you know, having a home, a roof over the head, you know, really working for the efforts, putting in the work, dedication to meet necessary needs. You've worked really hard, and I see this too as like you may have put in a lot of effort while you're off working, doing this thing, putting in a lot of effort. There may have been people in your reality who have been watching you put in the effort, not make any sense of what you're doing, and kind of just like follow another plan or path or something, being surrounded in the wrong type of crowd that doesn't have that encouragement for you, but truly allowing yourself to do the work anyway, seeing the importance behind the truth of that work, the honesty behind your work, the value behind truth and the reasons why you are intending to do something. Allowing spirit to help you as well. Not feeling so alone in the aspects of effort, especially if you're doing something that is against the grain of the normal 3D reality or world. You are really working for something that might not fully be openly supported. You're working really hard through that regardless. You are leaning into the truths of this world and the truth behind why these things are important for you to pursue. You're getting a lot of divine guidance in your dreams for this, and you are also allowing spirit to lead. You're allowing the flow to happen, the exchange, the co-creation. And you're allowing that prosperity to come in, ultimately. You are trusting that that prosperity will come in. You've done a lot of shedding and evolving. You have done a lot of clarity seeking, and with obtained knowledge comes shifted perspective on what you want your intention to be moving forward, especially with your manifestations and how you pursue manifesting. We have Diana here. Focused intention. Think about what you desire and set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. It's Diana. And then we have Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So kind of going into, like I was saying with this Five of Wands, you may be in a realm where people are looking at you like building this dam, not knowing what the hell you're doing, but you're doing it anyway. You're choosing to see the value in the work that you have at hand. You have a different outcome expected than others, and that's okay. Just know that set your sights high with that intention, to also be very intentional about it and expect the best possible outcome. Don't worry about this leading somewhere out of where you expect too far. Plan on receiving what you expect. Plan on excelling in what it is that you do. Allow that to really fuel grain from the heart space, and keep trusting in your divine team. I see you as this very like divine alchemist. You are a master manifester, and with you harnessing your ability behind intention and working with your manifestations, putting the action towards your intended manifestation, is really shifting and changing and evolving into really progressing into, coming to a really healthy, full harvest for yourself. There might be some sensitivity around this effort of putting in all of this effort that means so much to you, and people might not fully understand why you're doing it or whatever. You might be a little sensitive towards like the judgment that may come with that, or the way people perceive you for doing what it is you're doing. But allow yourself to embrace a bright, vibrant green light around you and your auric field and in your heart space, and keep your heart space open. Keep your heart space flowing and moving. You are a very heart-spaced individual, and that brings a lot of strength and power to your movement. It also shows spirit just how much you want something. The amount of energy you have in your heart space just has so much purity, and it's really recognized here. Even this Fanuel, Angel of Truth, I recognized like his torch up here, right, is like this green flame. Allow yourself to engulf yourself in that emerald rich, warm, green, nurturing energy, and to keep moving through your healing journey. Into the other tarot deck, we have the Devil. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Two of Wands. So your higher self with this really wants to help you recognize how good you're doing through healing and releasing and letting go of old toxic habits or traits or whatever addictions. You're really choosing to embrace like this. That's the devil, right? All of that is the devil. The energy within the devil. You're really choosing to embrace Page of Swords. You're choosing to embrace the path of evolution. You're choosing to embrace the path of healthy thinking, of what it is to receive clarity and the shifts that come with that obtainment of energy. You're really choosing your transformation. You're choosing to move forward on a new journey. Also, you might be new to something as such, but you're doing so well to embrace the challenges that come with it. This also too could be a lot of like mental health stuff, right? And the swords being the mind power. You're really choosing to embrace the idea of want behind having a clear mind. You really are serious about this work of healing yourself, of it meaning so much to you that you are now fully pursuing that. Here, the Page of Coins, you're allowing yourself to pursue that and lean into its ability to sustain you. The Coins, Pentacles, that's also about like physical aspects of things, right? But it's like with this Page of Swords, healing this mind power is also healing your ability to really put action and work into the physical. Having that mental clarity, having that more healthier lifestyle of living, of whether that be shedding old habits or conditions or addictions or people. You're really choosing to embrace the path of healthiness, of truth, of clarity, of co-creation. I see you really wanting to like embrace this idea of manifesting and working with the universe and your guides and everything. But this is really all about like the prosperity that lies within honesty and truth. Two of Wands. There might be a few things in your reality this year that has tested you a lot to lean into this power of yours. But through this next phase, I do see you as having to really be decisive about what you want, what you're going for, who you want to be around, all of that, kind of being disciplined in that, right? Especially with this Five of Wands again. But I see you being very decisive in these things. Choosing to be decisive in a healthy way. Lacking the need to lacking indecisiveness, being more independent, being more authoritative of your own life and your role, where you're going, paving your own path, choosing this journey of healing. You're really finding how to choose what it is you want and deserve and need. past anyone else's perspectives or judgments or any of that. You're choosing your power. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards because that was pretty quick. That was pretty straightforward. And it's beautiful how, yeah, illusions are unveiling and you're really choosing to move forward with honor for yourself and for the entirety of existence around you. And you found that, like, choosing yourself and loving yourself more, you've also seen how that's, like, changed who you are outwards for others. You've, yeah, really stepped into seeing why, being intentional and honest and humble, and just all of those things are so important. Yeah, so the Knight of Swords, you're really choosing to move forward with this. You're really choosing to embrace all of this healthy new way of living, of being decisive, of knowing, of trusting your intuition. You're really choosing to move forward with that mind power. You're determined to. With the moon here, it's like you are coming into see this light as like almost like the solar plexus too, like this sun or this moon as like this illumination of your solar plexus, your I am, your intuition, your knowing. If you're clairsentient, clear knowing, clear feeling, any of that, there's also a lot of mind power here, so claircognizance. You're really choosing to trust now. You're choosing to trust the truth. And this is leading you into the Six of Wands and the Queen of Coins. It's all about like standing up, being like victoriously passionate and caring and nurturing and resourceful, but also becoming a really good resource for the right for the right needs. Also having all the resources that you need. You're really coming into your independence and your path and your healing. Yeah, this is truly beautiful. You're doing really well, and definitely encourage you to keep going. If you're looking into learning more about chakra work, that would be a really good thing for you to look into. I saw with this devil too, this red snake, almost like a root chakra activation, leaning into Kundalini awakening activation, practicing meditating with your chakras more. Keep learning, keep being intentional, keep believing in your heart, and keep finding your heart beautiful. I love you. I hope you were validated with this reading, and I hope that this really helps you hold your encouragement for yourself through this full moon and into the spring.